And it's interesting because with all that responsibility, like in my mind, like it's kind of their baby, and it's more than a brand. There's an extra responsibility like we talked about. But she called you an advocate. So in
Mhm.
my mind, I would love to know what that term means to you, but at the same time, I feel like there's extra it's extra special because of the way that these sports are trying to be introduced to people, but they've been around so long. So to have you be an advocate, that's a lot of responsibility too, and there's trust there. So what was it like to know that she defined you as an advocate? That's beautiful.
It is, and it
Yeah,
means a lot. It is also a balance that
yeah.
needs to be struck, right? So what we do over at the Next, what we do at the Nine is we are independent reporters
Uh-huh.
and making sure that the coverage reflects reality, not boosterism,
Yeah.
is, to my mind, the most important advocacy we can do. And I say that because there's been a lot of treating women's sports with kid gloves. There's been a lot of treating women athletes as if they can't handle the same level of toughness of
Mm.
coverage that men take routinely when it comes to sports today. And I've never bought that idea. It's always been an absurd idea on its face, but it also has a dangerously negative effect on people's ability to engage. People know when they're being BS'd. People know when they're just hearing puff instead of learning what is actually going on. And that's not going to ultimately take in and keep a fan base over a long period of time. And so, what she knows is that being an advocate is not the same thing as being relentlessly, and I would say toxic positivity
I
has
hate
no
that.
place in
Yeah.
it. And so, it's something I take very seriously. It's a conversation I've had to have with many people through the years of, look, I'm going to be here for the slump. I'm also going to be here for the highs. And
Hmm.
I remember speaking to a general manager of a team that I had covered some of the negative things that the team had gone through, and the team struggled. And the general manager got very mad about this.
Yeah.
And a year later, that team won a WNBA championship. And I remember saying to this general manager, do you understand now? Like, I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to be here. It's not always going to be positive. If you
Yeah.
miss shots, people are going to know you missed the shots. Like, your team is not
You're not
winning.
like walking up to them and saying, "Did you know that you missed that?" Like they're aware.
And
Yeah,
we're not, and it's never going to be a personal thing, right? Like it's
totally.
never going to be you're missing all these shots because there's some deep personal failing within you. But you have to talk about what's going on. If a team is not gelling in the locker room, people are going to want to know about it if they care about it, because the enemy of this for everyone is indifference.